So the next video we're getting into, right, is unbelievable abandoned technology in vehicles, right? And the first thing it makes me think of is Dubai. The videos where you see them get out and abandon like luxury cars on the side of the road, and all that sand and dust and everything it's covered in, and it's just pretty much destroyed and deteriorated the vehicle. But nonetheless, it's a luxury vehicle like a Lamborghini or something, some type of Rolls Royce or something like that. It just automatically makes me think of Dubai. But let's see what they out here abandoning now.
In a time when progress was at its peak, there were inventions and vehicles that captured the essence of innovation. Yet many of these remarkable creations have since been abandoned. These forgotten relics, often left to deteriorate, tell the stories of ambition and exploration from an era long past.
We have the one and only Batmobile.
Guys, it's Batman's tumbler.
Now they remain as silent witnesses.
I want that. I want. If it's abandoned, nobody wants it. Let me get it. I want that.
Their faded designs and rusted parts speaking to their former glory. With everything from the insane car forest to the final destination of Scooby-Doo's Mystery Machine, let's dive into the world of these fascinating, long-forgotten wonders. Number 15. Car forest and art on wheels. In Goldfield, Nevada, you'll encounter an eccentric and unforgettable art installation known as the International Car Forest of the Last Church. This project, born in 2011, features over 40 vehicles, including cars, trucks, and buses buried nose first into the ground. The idea came from artists Chad Sorg and Mark Rippey, who sought to merge the concepts of art, decay, and nature in the Mojave Desert. It all started when Sorg discovered a car buried in the sand with its nose standing straight up, sparking his curiosity about Rippey's style. In 2011, Sorg moved to Goldfield to collaborate on expanding this surreal collection of vehicles. Each car is covered with vibrant graffiti, showcasing a wide array of artistic styles, from whimsical to political commentary. There are no formal explanations or signs at the site, so visitors are free to interpret the artwork as they wish.
Backside of the bus is looking a little bit different.
Rippey's personal philosophy.
So nobody's worried about that, like, y'all see fascinating, cool. I see that as well. But I also, in the back of my mind, is thinking like rattlesnake den. You know what I mean? Like snakes, like certain venomous snakes being just curled up in there, waiting on you to come in there.
Which rejects organized religion, inspired him to name the site in a way that hints at his beliefs. As a result, the installation feels more like an outsider art gallery than a traditional religious structure. While the project was initially full of promise, it faced obstacles. A falling out between Rippey and Sorg eventually led to Sorg leaving the project, and Rippey encountered legal troubles. In addition to the Goldfield car forest, abandoned vehicles have also captured attention in Hollywood and beyond. For instance, a Batmobile prop from...
Like, you see how he got him, like, coming out of the ground like that? I've thought about that. But, like, dangling them off, like, big buildings. Yeah. But that probably wouldn't be safe for the public, right? That wouldn't be safe. Imagine one of those things snapping and it falling down. Yeah.
The Dark Knight sits forgotten in a parking lot while the Mystery Machine from Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back rusts in Blaine, Washington. More on that later. Additionally, a spaceship from Pitch Black starring Vin Diesel still sits abandoned in Coober Pedy, Australia. These forgotten vehicles, though left to rot, hold deep connections to entertainment history. They are nostalgic symbols of creative minds at work and demonstrate the fleeting nature of props from film and television. The International Car Forest stands as an intriguing symbol of art amidst decline, continuing to draw visitors interested in exploring its unique message of impermanence, creativity, and the blending of nature and art. Number 14. The Mystery Machine's Final Destination. The Mystery Machine, the iconic van from the Scooby-Doo franchise, has a fascinating history that stretches far beyond its animated roots. In 2018, the van was found abandoned near a warehouse in Blaine, Washington. Initially, its history was shrouded in mystery, leaving fans and curious observers guessing. But thanks to a group of determined Reddit users, it was revealed that this wasn't the original Mystery Machine from the beloved series. Instead, it was a prop used in the 2001 film Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back. In the film, the van is a humorous parody of the classic Scooby-Doo vehicle, playfully mocking the meddling kids who drive it. Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back follows the misadventures of its titular characters as they travel to Hollywood, only to discover a movie is being made about them without their consent. The film is packed with comedic moments, including wild encounters with animal rights activists and celebrity cameos. The Mystery Machine plays a role in the chaos, becoming an emblem of the duo's unpredictable journey. It represents both a nod to pop culture and a sharp critique of it. As often happens in the film industry, once filming concludes, props like the Mystery Machine are left to gather dust due to the high cost of storage. As a result, the van was abandoned in Blaine, forgotten by most until it was rediscovered years later. This is a common fate for many movie props, which often meet their end in similar lonely circumstances. The Mystery Machine itself...
Like, that's because they don't give the public the proper notice to give us a chance to want... Like, we'll get some of that stuff. Like, back in the day, I think I heard somebody got the actual Jaws shark, mechanical shark or whatever. Like, who wouldn't want... You know how terrified people was to go swimming when that movie was created? To get in the ocean? Like, what's some other things? The Batmobile, of course. Any one of the Batmobiles I would have taken, bro. That's like a staple in my childhood. Like, yeah, man, they should give us the opportunity to get some of this stuff.
Has had several versions over the years, from its humble beginnings as a teal and green van with a vintage 60s design to its modernized versions complete with high-tech features. It has evolved along with the Scooby-Doo franchise, but it has always remained the reliable transport for the mystery-solving gang. Number 13. The Boneyard, a retirement home for military aircraft. Located in Tucson, Arizona, the Davis-Monthan Air Force Base is home to a unique facility known as the Boneyard. This vast storage space for decommissioned military aircraft has been in operation since 1946. It holds more than 4,000 planes, valued at around $34 billion. The Boneyard's location in the dry, arid climate of the Arizona desert plays a key role in preserving these retired planes. The environment, with its low humidity and alkaline soil, helps prevent corrosion, ensuring that the planes remain in good condition even after years of abandonment. Some of the most notable aircraft stored here include the F-11 Aardvark and the F-4 Phantom II. However, other famous planes, such as the F-117 Nighthawk, the first stealth aircraft, are kept in a more secretive state, hidden away due to their sensitive technology. The preservation of these aircraft is not just a matter of nostalgia. The Boneyard plays an essential role in maintaining military logistics. Managed by the 309th Aerospace Maintenance and Regeneration Group, the facility serves as a place to store, repair, and occasionally reactivate retired aircraft. The low humidity and minimal
I was about to say, because they can mess around and turn them jokers. Like, I've seen people turn planes into, like, little mini homes. So they could have turned them into, like, little Airbnbs or whatever, but them reusing them, restoring them, you know what I mean? All that is cool, too. But if not, I definitely had an idea for that whole entire lot.
Rainfall help extend the lifespan of the planes. In fact, some aircraft, like the B-52 Stratofortress bomber called Wise Guy, have been brought back into service after years of disuse. Originally built in 1955 and retired in 2008, Wise Guy was reactivated in 2019 after another B-52 was lost. The Boneyard is much more than a storage facility. It also serves as a crucial resource for military operations, processing aircraft into categories for future use. Some are kept intact, ready for reactivation. while others are dismantled for valuable parts. The base returns approximately $500 million worth of parts annually to support active military operations. Visitors can tour the Boneyard and learn about its importance, making it a fascinating site for aviation enthusiasts and military history buffs alike. Number 12. Abandoned luxury cars in Dubai. Dubai has become a notorious hotspot for abandoned luxury vehicles, with an estimated 2,000 to 3,000 high-end cars left behind each year. These vehicles are often abandoned by wealthy expatriates who flee the country to avoid the severe legal consequences of unpaid debts. Dubai's strict financial laws make defaulting on loans a criminal offense, and some individuals choose.
That's gonna happen here pretty soon. Watch. All of the things that certain countries are doing and are successful with, it's gonna start being implemented here like that. That definitely I could see coming.
To escape to avoid facing jail time. As a result, luxury cars like Ferraris, Lamborghinis, and Bugattis are found scattered throughout the city in various states of neglect. One of the most infamous cases involves a Ferrari F40 that once belonged to Uday Hussein, the son of the late Iraqi dictator Saddam Hussein. After Uday's death, the car was abandoned, becoming a symbol of his family's controversial legacy. The phenomenon of abandoned luxury cars is not just about the vehicles themselves, but also about the larger narratives of wealth and scandal they represent.
A lot of people talk about abandoned supercars in Dubai.
These cars are often left in places like airport parking lots, where they can remain unnoticed for long periods. Only when complaints arise or the cars block traffic does the Dubai government step in. The vehicles are then impounded, with owners given a brief 15-day window to reclaim them. If unclaimed, the cars are auctioned off, often at a fraction of their original price. This provides a unique opportunity for buyers to acquire luxury cars at deeply discounted prices. For example, a car that may have once cost over $1 million can be sold for only a fraction of that amount after years of neglect in the harsh desert climate. The abandoned luxury cars of Dubai are a striking reminder of the excesses of wealth and the fleeting nature of fortune in a city that thrives on both. Number 11. The Abandoned Batmobile. The Batmobile, one of Hollywood's most iconic vehicles, has found an unexpected and somewhat humorous resting place. Instead of continuing its crime-fighting mission in the dark alleys of Gotham, this Batmobile has been left abandoned in a parking lot in Dubai's Al Quoz district since 2015. This particular Batmobile isn't just any car, but the tumbler from The Dark Knight, which was designed for Christian Bale's portrayal of Batman. It was originally used as a prop during the film's production and later shipped to Dubai to promote the movie's release in 2008. The Batmobile is a marvel of automotive engineering, featuring an armored exterior and advanced technology, but after the film wrapped, it was sold to a private owner in 2015. Despite its significant cinematic fame, the Batmobile struggled to find a buyer and was left to collect dust in the parking lot. The sight of the Batmobile sitting forgotten in Dubai has sparked humor and curiosity among locals and tourists. There have been jokes about Batman's supposed financial struggles, leading to the vehicle's abandonment.
Ship it to me. Ship it to me. Who has it? Y'all know who got it? Tell them to call me. Call me, bro. Call me, man. You can ship it right to me. Come on. Like, it's no need for it to just be sitting there collecting dust. And I'm going to put it on the road. I'm going to make sure it's street legal. I'm going to put it on the road, fam. I want to drive it. Come on, man. Come on. Somebody knows somebody. Somebody knows somebody who got it. Tell them to call me.
This situation is not unique to the Batmobile, as many film props, once highly valued, often end up discarded and neglected after their cinematic duties are over. Despite its current condition, the Batmobile remains a pop culture relic, still capturing the imaginations of fans and film enthusiasts. The car's abandonment raises interesting questions about the fate of movie props and their value once the cameras stop rolling. Over the years, the Batmobile has been featured in various social media posts, bringing attention to its neglected state and piquing the curiosity of those eager to see the famous vehicle up close. Though the Batmobile may no longer be serving its original purpose, it still stands as a testament to Hollywood's creative legacy and the sometimes bittersweet fate of iconic film props. Number 10. Unlimited Power, the Marx Generator. Deep in the forests near Moscow, Russia, stands a colossal and curious structure known as the Marx Generator. Often confused with a spacecraft or an enormous water slide, this abandoned high-voltage machine was created during the 1970s by Soviet scientists. Its primary function was to generate artificial lightning for testing purposes. The generator was especially important during the Cold War era, designed to help test the resilience of power lines and aircraft against lightning strikes. With its complex network of tubes and electrical components, it could produce lightning bolts reaching up to 150 meters in height, making it one of the most powerful devices of its kind ever built. Each discharge lasted for only about 100 microseconds, but in that brief moment, it effectively simulated the forces of real lightning. However, after the Soviet Union dissolved in 1991, maintaining the generator became too expensive and it was left to sit dormant. In 2014, a spark of interest was reignited when the generator was briefly powered up, showing that it still operated as it was intended. This reactivation generated renewed curiosity, though it has since remained mostly inactive. Surrounded by a high fence and guarded to prevent unauthorized access, the site has become off-limits to the public, but some intrepid explorers still find ways to catch glimpses of this monumental structure from afar. The Marx Generator serves as a fascinating reminder of Soviet-era scientific ambition and technological prowess. While it once played a crucial role in military testing, today it symbolizes both the heights of human ingenuity and the decline of once grand projects. As nature slowly reclaims the site, the generator stands as an eerie and intriguing relic, attracting historians, engineers, and urban explorers who seek to understand its role in the history of electrical engineering. Number 9. The American Dream, world's longest limousine. The American Dream.
Do y'all ever think limousines will make a comeback? Because remember, at one point in time, limousines were up here. Everybody wanted to get in a limousine. And if you see one pass by, you swear it was somebody famous inside of it, right? And you were trying to look, you were breaking your neck trying to see. Will limousines make a comeback in this new technology modern era?
Is a one-of-a-kind automotive creation and holds the title of the world's longest limousine. Built in 1986 by the talented car customizer Jay Orberg in Burbank, California, this extraordinary vehicle stretches an unbelievable 100 feet, 30.54 meters, in length. Packed with extravagant features, it boasts a hot tub, a helipad, and even a swimming pool complete with a diving board. The American Dream was designed to showcase the pinnacle of luxury and innovation.
A diving board on a limousine is crazy.
Originally intended to make a splash in Hollywood, it was a showpiece that blended record-breaking size with the ultimate in luxury, intended to capture the imaginations of those who saw it. Despite its remarkable design and array of over-the-top amenities, the American Dream faced challenges that eventually led to its abandonment in New Jersey in the late 1990s. For years, the limousine sat unused and in disrepair, covered in graffiti and rust. However, in a twist of fate, it was discovered by Michael Deezer, who saw the potential for restoration. Deezer invested $250,000 and spent nearly 3 years bringing the limousine back to life. After its restoration, the American Dream is not only fully operational, but it also serves as a stunning attraction at the Orlando Auto Museum. The restoration process ensured that the limousine could be driven from either end, thanks to its unique design, which includes a hinge to help it navigate tight corners. Capable of carrying over 75 passengers, the American Dream is an awe-inspiring marvel of size and creativity. This massive limousine, once abandoned, now stands as a testament to the power of persistence and imagination. It embodies the spirit of ambition, both in its original design and in the determination to restore it to its former glory. Time for the fancy topic. A stunning discovery has sent shockwaves through the aviation and historical communities. A 1930s-era plane, long thought to be a forgotten relic, was found in an abandoned hangar, and experts are calling it one of the most significant technological finds in modern history. The aircraft, which appears to be decades ahead of its time, is equipped with advanced features not seen in planes from that era, including highly sophisticated propulsion systems and a streamlined design that would become iconic only in the late 20th century. The plane was found covered in layers of dirt and vegetation, and some parts were even overtaken by moss. Standing next to the aircraft, which dwarfs the person in the photo, its scale and design suggest it was built for a purpose far beyond what was known in aviation during the 1930s. Experts are still investigating its origins, but early theories suggest it could have been a secret military project far more advanced than anything public at the time. What do you think this discovery means for the history of aviation? Could there have been undisclosed high-tech projects during that period? Let us know in the comments with the hashtag #FancyTopic. Number 8. The Russian woodpecker, the Duga radar. In the aftermath of the Chernobyl nuclear disaster, one of the most haunting reminders of the Cold War era is the abandoned Duga radar station. This immense installation, which sits within the 1,000 square mile exclusion zone around Chernobyl, was part of the Soviet Union's early warning radar network. Known as the Russian woodpecker because of its distinctive tapping sound, the Duga radar station was designed to detect missile launches from thousands of miles away. Completed in 1972, the radar system consisted of two major sites, Duga 1 near Chernobyl and Duga 2 in Lyubek, with the entire structure spanning 492 feet in height and 2,300 feet in length. Its size dwarfed many modern structures, including the Great Pyramid of Egypt, and rivaled the length of the Burj Khalifa in Dubai. The radar emitted a repetitive tapping.
I ain't saying I'm afraid of heights or anything like that, because I've gotten on high things before. You know what I mean? That one might be a little. I might have a little shaky leg on that. I mean, not a stanky leg. I might have a little shaky leg on that one.
Noise on shortwave radio frequencies, disrupting broadcasts around the world. This interference became so widespread that it sparked conspiracy theories, with some suggesting that it was a mind control device or part of secret weather experiments. The true purpose was to detect incoming missile launches, making it a critical piece of the Soviet defense system during tense moments of the Cold War. However, after the Chernobyl disaster in 1986, the radar station was abandoned. As the nearby population was evacuated due to radiation exposure, the site fell silent. Today, the Duga radar station stands as a giant relic of Cold War paranoia and technological ambition. Despite the radiation risks, urban explorers and history enthusiasts are drawn to the site, fascinated by its scale and the mystery surrounding its original purpose. The remains of the Russian woodpecker serve as both a monument to the technological innovations of the past and a chilling reminder of the geopolitical tensions of the Cold War era. Number 7. Leaving on a jet train, the SVL jet-powered railcar. In the world of Soviet engineering, few projects were as ambitious and as short-lived as the high-speed laboratory railcar SVL. Developed in the 1970s, this jet-powered train was inspired by the American M492 Black Beetle, which had set a rail speed record of 183 miles per hour. Seeking to match this achievement,
How? How? I know ain't no people getting on that. Ain't no way. You spend your whole time like this though. No, ain't no way. Ain't no way. That people would be sick if no. Not those speeds.
Soviet engineers mounted two Yak-40 jet engines on a regular train car and began testing it in 1976. The results were impressive. The SVL reached speeds of up to 124 miles per hour during trials. Although the vehicle was able to achieve remarkable speeds, it faced several obstacles that prevented its widespread use. The deafening noise created by the jet engines made it unsuitable for operation in residential areas, while the high fuel costs made it economically impractical for regular use. Despite its innovative design, the SVL project was canceled in 1975. The prototype was left to rust in a scrapyard in St. Petersburg, forgotten by most. However, in 2008, The SVL was rescued and transformed into a monument outside the Tver Carriage Works factory. This restoration serves as a tribute to the bold aspirations of Soviet engineers and a reminder of the daring but often flawed engineering projects of that era.
Imagine that joker there derailing. That would be bad. Derailing near a residential area? Catastrophic.
SVL jet train is now a symbol of Soviet ambition, representing both the groundbreaking ideas of the past and the limits of those designs when faced with real-world challenges. It stands as a lasting reminder of the desire to push boundaries, even when the practicalities of those ambitions proved elusive. Number 6. Catastrophe, the sinking of Felicity Ace. In February 2022, the Felicity Ace, a cargo ship transporting over 4,000 luxury vehicles, became the site of a maritime disaster. The ship, which was en route from Germany to the United States, caught fire approximately 90 nautical miles from the Azores. Among the vehicles on board were some of the most prestigious luxury brands in the world, including Lamborghini, Bentley, and Porsche. Experts believe that the fire was caused by a faulty lithium-ion battery from one of the electric vehicles. Although Portuguese naval forces assisted in fighting the fire, the Felicity Ace ultimately sank on February 18, 2022, taking with it an estimated $438 million worth of luxury cars. The sinking of the Felicity Ace highlighted not only the potential hazards of transporting electric vehicles, especially those with lithium batteries, but also the complexities of shipping high-value goods across international waters.
Yeah, that's too many at one time, fam. Let's do a quarter of that. Maybe less than that. A quarter of a quarter. Let's do a quarter of a quarter of that. Fam, that much money lost?
The ship's disaster created a massive financial loss for the shipping company, Mitsui O.S.K. Lines, and triggered legal challenges, particularly from Volkswagen Group. Allegations emerged that a Porsche electric vehicle was the source of the fire, raising questions about safety precautions when shipping electrified cars. As the Felicity Ace now lies at the bottom of the ocean, it has become an unexpected graveyard for luxury cars, a stark reminder of both the fragility of these high-end vehicles and the potential risks involved in modern shipping practices. This incident has also sparked debates about the need for better safety standards and protocols in the shipping industry to prevent such catastrophes in the future. Number 5. The World Discoverer, a ship left behind. In the Solomon Islands, a once grand cruise ship now lies abandoned in the serene Roderick Bay. This ship, the World Discoverer, became a ghostly monument to maritime misfortune after it struck an uncharted coral reef on April 30th, 2000. Designed to explore remote regions like the Antarctic and South Pacific, the ship was a state-of-the-art vessel at the time. After the collision, the captain's quick thinking prevented the ship from sinking entirely by beaching it. Thankfully, all passengers and crew were safely evacuated. However, due to political instability and civil unrest in the region, salvage efforts were never able to go forward, and the ship was declared a total loss. Over the years, the World Discoverer has fallen victim to both nature and human neglect.
Like, I never understand a ship going, you know what I mean? Just rotting and rusting out like this and being abandoned. Like, it's so much you could do with it. Now, if they don't have the time, attention, or money to do it, but imagine what you could do to that. You could sit that thing out in the water, charge people to take a small boat up to it, have dinner, put a casino on there. You're out in international, like, it's so many, or however far you need to be out, put it out there. Then put a casino on it. Like, it's so many things you could do with it. I just never understand this for boats. Never understand it. Put a slide on each side, do different things, all kind of stuff.
As locals scavenged parts from it during the turmoil. Despite its decaying state, the ship has turned into an unlikely tourist attraction. Its haunting silhouette against the lush tropical backdrop attracts visitors, some of whom venture inside to explore its derelict interior. While many choose to stay at a distance, the World Discoverer serves as a reminder of the environmental challenges posed by abandoned vessels. The risk of pollution from these wrecks is a serious concern. In 2015, another abandoned vessel, Ocean Dream, leaked oil in Thailand, causing an ecological disaster. Though the World Discoverer has yet to spill any contaminants, its future remains uncertain as it continues to slowly deteriorate. This once proud ship, abandoned in its prime, now stands as both a cautionary tale and an eerie testament to the fragile nature of human achievement on the high seas. Number 4. Subway cars under the sea, an artificial reef. Off the coast of Charleston, South Carolina, a remarkable underwater ecosystem has taken shape. Submerged 100 feet beneath the ocean's surface, a collection of 50 old New York City subway cars now forms an artificial reef. In 2002, these subway cars were intentionally sunk as part of an initiative by the South Carolina Department of Natural Resources. The goal was to enhance the marine habitat in an area that lacked natural coral formations and fish hiding spots. By removing windows and doors from the cars, they transformed the vehicles into perfect habitats for marine life, fostering an ecosystem for shrimp, mussels, and other organisms. This project resulted in the area becoming 400 times more habitable for marine life than it was before the cars were deployed. The sinking of subway cars into the ocean is part of a larger effort where retired transit vehicles are repurposed as artificial reefs. From 2001 to 2010, the MTA New York City Transit sent over 2,500 decommissioned train cars to various underwater locations along the East Coast. Not only did this create new habitats, but it also saved the Transit Authority significant disposal costs. This practice has been praised for its role in boosting marine biodiversity while recycling old transit vehicles. The subway cars, now home to countless sea creatures, have become an unexpected symbol of sustainability and innovation. They offer a fascinating glimpse into how repurposing abandoned infrastructure can contribute to the natural world, making it a thriving environment beneath the waves. Number 3. French Fly, the Aerot train's untold story. In the French countryside, a forgotten relic of a groundbreaking transportation vision lies abandoned. The Aerot train I-80. Designed in the 1970s by engineer Jean Bertin, the Aerot train was an attempt to revolutionize travel by using air pressure to make the vehicle hover just above a specially constructed monorail track. The I-80 prototype, capable of reaching speeds up to 267 miles per hour, was an engineering marvel. With its streamlined body and 2 turbines, the Aerot train looked more like an aircraft than a train. In 1969, the French government funded the construction of a test track stretching 18 kilometers between Rouen and Suran, hoping to introduce high-speed, low-friction travel. Despite its promising design, the Aerot train faced stiff competition from the TGV, which was both more cost-effective and could run on existing rail infrastructure. The TGV quickly became the French high-speed train of choice, while the Aerot train project was shelved in 1974. Though some prototypes were left to decay, the I-80 was preserved and displayed in a museum in Versailles. However, remnants of the monorail tracks still exist across the French countryside, serving as eerie reminders of an ambitious project that never reached its full potential. The Aerot train, though ahead of its time, ultimately fell victim to the practical constraints of the transportation industry. Its story is a bittersweet reflection of the challenges that often accompany innovation, where dreams of the future sometimes collide with the realities of competition and practicality. Number 2. The Rusty Railroad, Bolivia's train cemetery. In the heart of Bolivia's Salar de Uyuni, a striking and haunting sight awaits visitors: the train cemetery. This sprawling area, just a few kilometers from Uyuni's city center, is home to over 100 rusting trains that serve as reminders of the region's industrial past. Established in the early 20th century, Uyuni became a crucial hub for Bolivia's booming mining industry, particularly for the transport of tin and silver. The railway system played an essential role in connecting Uyuni to international ports, facilitating the export of these valuable resources. However, as the mining industry began to decline in the 1940s, the trains were abandoned. Instead of being decommissioned or sold for scrap, many were left to deteriorate in the arid, salty environment of the salt desert. The constant exposure to the harsh winds of the Salar de Uyuni accelerated the rusting of the trains, transforming them into corroded monuments of a bygone era. Today, the train cemetery is a popular tourist attraction, drawing visitors who are eager to explore this eerie landscape of dilapidated locomotives. The trains have been stripped of parts over the years by scavengers, contributing to the sense of desolation. Despite its allure, the site faces challenges, including looting and neglect. The municipality of Uyuni has plans to protect this historic site, aiming to develop it into an educational park. This initiative would not only preserve the cemetery, but also highlight the important role the trains once played in Bolivia's economic history. As visitors wander through the rusting giants, they are reminded of a time when these trains were central to the country's prosperity, before the industrial landscape faded into the vast desert. Number 1. Over and out, the fall of the Arosibo Observatory. Deep in the tropical forests of Puerto Rico, the remains of the Arosibo Observatory stand as a poignant symbol of scientific ambition. Once the largest radio telescope in the world, the Arosibo Observatory was inaugurated in 1963. It played a key role in studying celestial bodies, from asteroids to distant stars, and made significant contributions to our understanding of the universe. The observatory's 305-meter spherical reflector was a marvel of engineering, enabling it to capture and analyze radio waves from space. Over the years, it became a hub for groundbreaking research, including the famous 1974 radio transmission to the M13 star cluster in an effort to communicate with extraterrestrial intelligence. However, the observatory's journey came to a tragic end after the devastation of Hurricane Maria in 2017. The storm caused significant damage, and despite attempts to repair it, a cable failure in December 2020 led to the ultimate collapse of the telescope. This marked the end of an era for scientific exploration. The Arecibo Observatory had been integral to numerous discoveries, even contributing to research that earned 2 Nobel Prizes. Today, the ruins of the observatory stand largely untouched, a haunting reminder of both the accomplishments of the past and the vulnerability of even the most advanced technological feats.
Hey, that ain't stopping us though. Trust me, we're still reaching out to different planets that we think may have life. We're still reaching out. They just ain't telling us that. But if I had to bet, we got some kind of another way, or we've always had them, that we've continuously reached out to other planets, bro. They ain't stopped yet. We just waiting on a response. Just like the movie, you seen the movie Battleship? Just like Battleship, bro. We waiting on a response.
There have been talks of establishing an educational center at the site, preserving the legacy of Arecibo and educating future generations about its contributions to science. But as of now, it remains a symbol of both human achievement and the fragility of scientific endeavors in the face of nature's power. What technology of today do you think people of the future will find fascinating?